for different reasons.
Yeah, it's really pretty. You want to go through to her? Are these the same ones that Justin and I have?
I don't know.
Do you know the variety?
No, the tag's down there. I got them at Lowe's.
Okay. Whoa! Oh my word! So this is aquaponics.
Oh, well, right now it's all hydroponics. There's a difference.
Okay, so you want to tell me the difference?
Well, aquaponics uses fish to fertilize everything.
Okay.
Hydroponics, you add nutrients to it.
Okay.
I lost all my fish this winter because of the whole hard cold snap, and just have not replaced them. But every bit of this is grown in 100% rock.
Wow.
You get you a rock?
Okay guys, so this is my friend Ben and Andrea. His wife is actually inside at VW Family Farms. If you're not following them already, I'll link all their stuff below. But they are not that far from us. They're about 20 minutes from where we live right now. They have a beautiful farm. We're actually here to have dinner and just kind of tour their property. We came here not a couple weeks ago, and Nathan came in here, but I never got to come in here. This is so cool.
This is my pride and joy right here.
So what is this?
Meyer lemon.
A Meyer lemon. See, Nathan, we can grow lemons.
In here.
Yeah.
Whoa,
We
look
harvested
at that.
12 lemons off of it this last year.
Wow.
We keep tomatoes growing in here year round, but they don't do as well in here during the hot summer time.
Yeah, look at this.
Mama.
That is so cool. I know. What kind of tree is this?
That is a papaya tree.
A papaya tree. Wow.
Some of our plants are bolting, of course.
Oh yeah.
This is a vining kiwi. Look at the little kiwis on it.
Oh.
You eat the whole thing.
My God. So where do you order stuff like this from?
I actually got this vining kiwi plant from a vendor at Baker Creek Heirloom Festival.
Okay. Wow. Wow, look at your chart. That's beautiful.
So we've actually been taking some of that and selling it at the market.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
I need to rip it out and replant it on. This is where normally the fish would be, but it's just kind of a storage tank right now.
Yeah.
I had it all set up automatic. Only thing that I got one pump that runs this. It pumps from our sump tank down here. It pumps it up and into here. When the fish are in here and they use the bathroom, it breaks down, or it breaks down a little bit, comes into the bottom of this. This is a biofilter. All the microorganisms break their poop down the rest of the way. It free flows out of here, down this header, pees out, and goes to all 4 beds, comes up, and the reason this is free flowing still because it's above the water level of the tank. It runs down to that far end, dumps into the beds, flows back down, dumps out of the beds, and then goes back over to the sump tank.
Wow. I mean, seriously, this is rock. This cabbage is beautiful and growing in rock. Is that not fascinating?
Been fascinated with this for a long time.
Wow. This is so cool.
These are
Look
lemons.
at that.
Goes the best in here. It's near lemon.
Peppers.
I know. You see those peppers, Charlie? Look, isn't it crazy that he doesn't have soil? He has rocks.
Why does he
That
have
is
rocks?
crazy.
Because that's how he's growing. Oh, look at this other ripe tomato.
Yeah, did you see that one over there?
Yeah, I did.
Loaded.
I know. I still can't get over this lemon tree. This gives me hope we can... Have you grown other types of trees like this in here?
I had a banana tree actually in my other greenhouse, but I wouldn't put another banana tree in here because they go up and they shade everything out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't much care for the papaya,
Okay.
and it's growing up so tall. I'm thinking I'm going to take it out and put another lemon tree or another
So you
citrus.
don't like the taste of the papaya?
Not really.
Yeah.
And I like the I like the lemons. These lemons right here are the best lemons I've ever had.
Well, yeah, because you grew them in Arkansas. How cool is that?
To do is on all of the, I mean, you can do it in soil too, but you know, on a tomato, just break the limb off.
Oh yeah.
Put it right in the water.
And just let it take
in
off.
The rock, and it'll just start forming roots.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Look at the roots coming out of the bottom of this.
Wow. So what is this?
That is a elderberry plant.
Okay.
Just a cutting and rooting it in.
I'm still just so impressed with the papaya. I mean, look at that, guys.
I'm impressed you get tomatoes year round.
Yeah.
I would love to have tomatoes year round.
And the reason, I mean, I do have to heat this. It did get really cold here this year and I couldn't keep it warm enough for the fish, but able to keep all the plants alive. But one thing that we grow in here year round is tomatoes and lettuce. Yeah. Because you cannot preserve lettuce in any way. Yeah. So if you want to provide for yourself a salad, we're growing it in here.
Yeah. I think this is really fascinating. We're in Central Arkansas Zone 7B. The things that he is cranking out in this greenhouse is really cool. Another thing I have noticed is just the beds that he's made. He's been really resourceful here. He's got center blocks, just some wood. He's obviously got a line because of the water and everything. But I'm just thinking that's a really inexpensive way to throw together some beds as well. I love seeing how people grow food. In so many different ways. I've personally never seen a hydroponic or aquaponic greenhouse or growing setup ever, like in person. And so this is really, really cool. He has a papaya in Arkansas. June, let's go. Hey, you want to go get on the four-wheeler? Let's go look around at the animals. Go, go, go. Oh, hang on, there's probably an electric fence over here, okay? Hi, piggies! Hello! Yeah, they're taking a bath, huh? Y'all taking a bath? That is so funny. They are. They're taking a mud bath, Char. Well, they seem like happy pigs, don't they?
I can't wait.
Is it fun? Yeah. Look how beautiful that is, Charlie. Wow.
You can go fishing in that.
You can go fishing? So Ben is kind of taking us on a tour of their property. We've been here several times, but we never have driven out in the back pasture. Yeah, and just seen everything. So here is where he has some of his cows, and I'd love for him to kind of explain to you guys what they do and their vision for their farm. How many acres do you have here?
We got a little over 700.
Wow, family land.
Family land, all inherited.
Yeah.
And we have been farming the land, most of it, for about 4 years now. Some of it we've farmed for about 10 years, but we was in a lot of CRP contracts. That's how my grandfather set it up before he passed away. Yeah. But since we've gotten it back and out of there, we've just slowly, gradually kept building up what we can afford.
Yeah, so you are grazing all your animals and you're actually having them processed and you're selling them now, right?
Most of them.
Selling the meat?
Yep. These all here, these are not processed because they are, we call them our named herd, but they're Andrea's milk herd. We've got some of them still out with the beef herd, but like Miracle and Marvel, they've been up here for the past year or so. Miracle just had her calf, actually the last time you was over here. And
we left and then she had her baby. It's not cool.
And then we've got our bulls up here. We put our bulls in at certain times of the year, that way we know when the cows are supposed to calve.
Right. So you guys are providing a lot of your own meat and then also providing a lot of the meat to our community. If you're local, like I said, I'll put all their information below where you guys can reach out to them. But I think it's really cool. I love being able just to see how you raise your animals. That's really important to me. And so as we're just like driving out here, I just see all these animals that have so much space to roam and graze on grass, and I really appreciate that. We've been getting some of our meat from them, and we'll probably in the future, whatever we can't, you know, grow out on our own farm, they will be our new suppliers. So I'm pretty excited about that. But obviously, they look like pretty happy cows, don't you think?
It's either Ladino or White Dunnet, I don't know. They all actually come. Now these right here are our laying hens. We rotate them just like any other animal we have out here on the farm. We're always moving them, building up our pasture, giving them fresh grass. Jeremiah actually helped me build this.
I love this. This is really, that's like a really souped up chicken tractor.
That is the cluck wagon. So
The cluck wagon, I love it.
It's got laying boxes on both sides.
Yeah, okay. How many chickens do you have?
There's probably roughly around 200 laying hens out there.
How many eggs do you get?
About a 5-gallon bucket a day.
Wow. Do you see those pigs, June? They are.
I've never seen a big brown pig.
Well, look at them. I mean, look how stocky that thing is. So how big? So these are old spots.
Those back there are old spots, the big floppy ears.
Okay, so what are these?
These are show pigs.
Okay.
They're actually culls from a show pig farm that we got at a reasonable price, and we needed to get stocked up on our inventory.
Okay.
And we're wanting to see what a show pig old spot cross is going to do, because as you can see, the old spots, they're not as big and beefy and stocky.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
but they're a longer pig. They've got more belly bacon. They've got more pork chops. So we're going to keep one female. I don't know where she's at. I think she's right on the other side of that pure white one.
okay.
We're going to keep her and cross her with our old spot and just see. We're experimenting.
Yeah. Hey, Andrea.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Your place is like so pretty.
Thank you.
When you get to like drive around everything,
Thank
you're
you.
like, oh, I didn't realize there was so much back here.
And they're just lining up like
Oh yeah.
they want to be on camera.
Yes. I just cannot get over how stocky they are.
I know it. They look like bodybuilders.
They look just like bodybuilders.
Yeah.
If I imagined a pig bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Look at that
Yeah.
hiney.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
y'all, that is a big.
It is. They're hilarious. So hilarious.
So do you guys move these as well, or is this just the designated pig
This
area?
is a designated.
Okay, so
we
their little
want to.
houses are down there?
Right.
Yeah.
We're working towards that.
Yeah.
Actually, all them woods right over there, we're wanting to paddock off about 6 paddocks for pigs that we can rotate them down, but
Yeah.
time and money.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Well, and this is a lot of space, and it's shaded because you have some of the bigger trees, so.
We've always had the old spots on a lot of grass. Like they don't root very much when they get grown. So
Okay.
they've just been in our pasture behind the house. These have torn the ground up a lot more than the old spots do.
Yeah.
So we'd like to, before we put more in here, build another pen or something because we don't like them on all this mud.
Yeah.
But at this point, they're here.
So this is Andrea. I introduced you guys to Ben earlier. We've known them for a couple years
Yeah.
now. So Jess and Maya got their first their first pigs. What
Yes,
breed were
first
they?
pigs. They were old spots.
Old
Yeah.
spots, okay. And Nathan and I somehow got wrangled into helping with that operation.
We wound up building a pig pen that night and everything.
It was something else.
Yeah.
That was my first introduction to pigs, and I haven't had much to do with them since. But your pigs are huge. They have a great place. But something we get asked a lot is, you know, especially where we are now, we're on an acre. And we've never had hogs because we didn't feel like it was a sufficient amount of
Right.
space. And that's kind of controversial on how much space does a pig need.
Right.
Do you have any input on that?
It depends on if you're gonna raise like a breeding pair and like have piglets and things. You're gonna need a little more space.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna get some feeder pigs, you can raise that on a relatively small space and you can rotate them around just like you do a cow. I don't have an exact
Right.
amount. Ben, do you?
But on a small plot of land, someone could rotate them.
Oh yeah, but it's also going to depend on what your soil is.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what I
okay.
was thinking. Like what your grass is like is gonna play a lot into it. Like
Yeah.
if,
So a lot of factors, but you
Yeah.
can feed out
oh, for sure.
a feeder pig on a
For
small
sure.
plot of land, like an
Yes.
acre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people go with the small, like Cooney
Yeah.
and American Guinea Hogs, and those are great and they work. They're a fit for a lot of homesteads. We needed something like Old Spots are fed out birth to being fed out in 8 months.
Wow.
So that's more of a quick turnaround versus looking at 18 months.
Yeah, and that's something
for
Nathan
meat.
and I are trying to figure out, like, what animal doesn't make sense to bring onto our new property?
Right.
What space are we going to put them in? How much land are they going to have? And just
Yeah.
trying to figure out what makes sense. And I know that that's a question we get asked a lot too.
Right.
Is how much space do you need? I don't know. So
Really, for a feeder pig, not a whole lot.
your research.
Yeah, and that's another thing to think about is what is your end goal?
Right.
There's certain people that they want the rooting because they're getting them to tear up a garden spot for
Yeah.
them. Old spots are not going to do that very well for you, but they will keep your pastures looking pretty. So
And I think that's an excellent point because I mention all the time, your garden, your farm, your homestead, whatever, you are going to do whatever based off of your why and your goals. So
Yes.
knowing that from the front end will dictate everything.
Right.
I don't even plant my garden until I figure out my why and my goals. Same with the farm. Like,
right.
you're now at a place where you guys are having these butchered and you're selling these,
Right.
and that's a way that you're sustaining your family and
Right.
just profit for you guys. And so I think that that's really important, is figure out why you're doing this and base your goals accordingly.
Good, how are you?
June, do you see the pig?
A poo.
It's a pig. Say pig?
Poo. Where's poo?
Yeah, there's a bunch of poop. That's what she's saying. Yeah, she's saying poop. There's a bunch of poop, Junie. That's right.
Mom. Poo.
This is where your meat birds were,
Yes.
and
yeah.
they just
We
went.
move them every day,
Okay.
and we just loaded them out last night.
Yeah. This
thing
is
right
a
here wouldn't pull it,
huge
would it?
chicken schooner.
But all it is it's just a high tunnel frame,
Yeah, I see that.
and then I'll have the sides where they'll roll up. I'm getting a white silage tarp. That way it will reflect the sun more and
Yeah.
keep them cooler. Go to moving them.
This is huge.
I made some SSS and stainless steel.
Ben, how many meat birds can you fit in here?
We had actually there was 491,
It was pretty full when they got grown out.
but I mean it's still confident we're going to be able to fit up. We're getting another batch of 600, and I feel fine
Oh,
with
yeah.
another.
But it wouldn't hold like 1,000.
No,
we
I don't
were
think
thinking
so.
about doing 1,000,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So where do you get your meat birds from?
Murray McMurray,
What kind do you get?
the Cornish cross.
Yeah. So that's.
I'm
what we have
actually
right now.
going to grow out. They've got a
Red Star.
Red Star, kind of
Okay.
like the Red Ranger or whatever, but their version, their variety. I'm going to grow some of them with these just to compare them. I know they're going to grow out slower.
Do you buy the male or the female or the mix?
The mix, straight
Okay.
run.
Yeah, we
and
do
then
too.
all these are all fed non-GMO feed that we have shipped in out of Missouri.
Murray McMurray's been our best source for good, healthy chicks,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. So you're moving. How many cows are here?
68 mama cows
And you move them every day.
every day. We actually have not this week just because when Andrea and Lane were moving on Monday, they were pulling this wire and it broke and the cows kept running, and so they've actually got them put in 4 different, or the paddocks the size of 4 paddocks.
I love that. I absolutely love coming out here and seeing animals on fresh grass, knowing they have plenty of room. They're
On a normal basis, that's Lane's job. Every morning he comes out here, moves the cows up, and he gauges the grass of how much is still standing. You want to leave, some good, I say about 4 inches of grass growing, just so it'll recuperate faster
Right.
and come back up. So the shorter you graze it, they say that the shorter the root system will be, which will take it longer to grow back too. So.
wow.
I guess there's a couple of them, like this one out here. She actually got dogs chased her at a farm across the highway. Got her foot healed, that wood line, and then they right back up. And just unhook it from that wire right there. We'll see him get shot. The wire's not hot laying on the ground. We don't have a hunter.
It's Moo. Cow.
That's a moo
No,
moo
the truck's
cow?
still here.
Moo cow.
That's a moo moo cow?
You see how far the
Cow.
pigs are able
Good
to come
job.
back.
Moo.
Where they're
I
at.
know.
Yeah.
Can you tell them bye-bye?
Bye.
Say bye, cow.
Bye, cow.
Charlie, what do you think of all these animals?
I love them.
Which one's your favorite you've seen so far?
The baby calves.
You think the baby calves are cute? Nathan and I are checking out kind of their back garden. We've been driving around for the last hour. They have a beautiful piece of property. They're working on some in-ground beds here. Look at this, that's so awesome. Looks like she's got cabbage, some garlic. Look at that, that's huge. How long do you think that is?
That's 100 foot.
100 foot? Wow. So Nathan and I love coming to other farms. It's probably one of our favorite things to do. One, we just love talking to other farmers and seeing how they do things and explaining why they do what they do. They have beautiful acreage here. We love the way that they are sustainably raising their animals. I think that that's really cool. As Nathan and I, you know, in the future start venturing into more animals, Ben and Andrea, we definitely wanted to talk to them and see how, hey, and see how they do things, because we just really love how they raise out their animals. I mean, this was beautiful. Their property is gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful. And what I like, Andrea said, she said, you know, they may do things different than others, but
Right.
it's what works for them.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I
having
think
that freedom of not comparing yourself to someone else and knowing that you're gonna have to figure it out. Nathan and I, you know, we have the rabbits and the chickens. June. Oh, she wants to see the kitty cat. Yeah. So Nathan and I, we have the rabbits and the chickens, but when we start venturing into adding more animals in, that's definitely something that we're gonna have to seek guidance. We're gonna have to kind of figure out what's gonna work best for us. And so we really enjoyed the opportunity to come out here and see how they're doing things, ask questions, look at their beautiful piece of property here. So if you guys don't already know the Vincents, Ben and Andrea over at VW Family Farms, I will link their stuff below. They're just a beautiful family. They've been so kind to us. We've known them for a few years now, but it's just such a joy anytime we get to go hang out with them. So you guys go follow them if you don't already. But thanks for hanging out with us. I'll talk to you soon.